Topic of my today's presentation is increasing demand of online audiovisual engineering knowledge in students. This is the presentation outline. First, I will talk about introduction or motivation for this talk. Then I will talk about different types of audiovisual content. Then I will talk about the demand for educational videos, followed by advantages and disadvantages of learning through videos. Then I will talk about most important thing. If someone wants to start making educational videos, how should they start? And what are the available platforms for that? And finally, I will talk about one case study. Let's start with the introduction. In last decade, the influence of digital videos is increasing exponentially, and millennials make up to 92% of digital video viewing audience. And I'm not talking about this only regarding educational videos, but in general, all types of videos. Specifically, these how-to tutorials are in huge demand for all types of skills, like how to change a tire, how to cook a meal. People are searching for videos instead of articles. And tools to create videos are easily available these days, and also tools to watch videos. So it's obvious that this trend will get into educational videos as well, and engineering knowledge is also not an exception to that. Now, when I say audio-visual content or educational videos, you can divide them into these 5 main categories. First is macro videos. This will be very short, usually less than a minute, and it will be to the point. Then next is tutorial video. So in tutorial video, mostly the teacher will go through some example, the whole example. Then training video, which is mostly into experimental field, how to use different types of instruments. Then animation video. These videos are extremely helpful to imagine something in 3D, which is very difficult to imagine by seeing its 2D image. And finally, a presentation or lecture. Presentation is just a PowerPoint presentation and teacher will talk over the presentation. Or a full lecture. These days, many universities have their own recording room where teachers can record their whole lecture, and it will be preserved and made available to everyone online. And demand for these educational videos increased tremendously in last decade, mainly due to availability of high-speed internet, availability of smartphones, so you can literally watch them anywhere, then powerful search engines, and recently due to pandemic. This is a graph of active YouTube users, and you can see this is March of 2020 where lockdown started, and you can see the demand just skyrocketed. And finally, the increase in digital literacy. Now let's see some advantages and disadvantages of using videos in education. First, advantages for students. It is found that video knowledge is more engaging sensory experience compared to reading a book. Also, it is a go-to resource which can be watched anywhere. Also, it is observed that videos increase knowledge retention. Students usually remember those concepts for longer period of time. Another thing is, it is easy to understand complex topics through videos. And as I mentioned earlier, animation videos come in this category. And finally, it increases the proficiency in digital literacy, which they can use in all other aspects of their life as well. Of course, for teachers as well, there are many advantages. Apart from increased student engagement, it gives more flexibility to teachers. They can record videos according to their convenience. Teachers can reach to wider audience. You can even reach to global audience. Then less repeatability. Teachers don't have to say same things again and again, and the time spent in repeating things can be utilized for some other things. And finally, it can give remote teaching opportunities as well. Now, if you talk about disadvantages, then it takes away personal side of discussion. Of course, this cannot replace a direct person-to-person conversation. And there will be a time delay between response for questions. If some student had some questions, it has to send you an email or comment down in your video, and it will take some time for you to get back to those questions. So student has to wait for that much time. But as you can see here, I feel advantages outweigh the disadvantages by huge amount. Now let's say someone wants to start to make educational videos. So how to start? First of all, it is very important to make a plan. You have to think about what are your expertise, then the amount of time you want to spend in this. This can be just a side hobby, or it can also become a full-time job. So you have to decide that first, and then decide on the platform. And it's always good to create a brand from the beginning. You can take some time and think about logo or name or art, etc. But start with a brand. So your different videos will come under same umbrella. And of course, you have to bring something new or unique. This can be a new topic, which is not presented in a video format yet, or it can be how you present that topic. And know your audience. Depending on topic what you choose, you have to know if your audience is undergrad students or high school students or PhD students. And once you know that, then you have to make your videos according to that. Now let's talk about some available platforms. All the platforms can be categorized in 3 categories. First is free platforms. What I mean by free platforms is your audience don't have to pay anything to watch your videos. Such platforms are YouTube, Vimeo, Dailymotion, etc. Then next is subscription platform. In this, your audience will have to pay some money to access your videos. Some examples are Patreon, Udemy, Skillshare, and finally building your own website. This I would say is the hardest part if you are going to start, and YouTube would be the easiest platform to start, because when you start with YouTube, you will already get the advantage of billions of active users who are already on YouTube. If you launch your own website, you will not get that advantage. But one of the best example of launching your own website is Khan Academy. And the advantage of your own website is, in future, if you monetize your videos, if you start to get revenue, then if you have your own website, all 100% revenue will go into your pocket. But if you are on some other platform such as YouTube, you have to give them almost 50% of that revenue and you will keep 50%. And subscription platforms will be in between. You might get anything from 50 to 80%. Now let's see one case study. This is about a YouTube channel named Not Real Engineering. This channel was founded almost 1.5 years back, and main focus of this channel is computational mechanics related videos. Currently it has around 5,000 subscribers and over 0.25 million views. Now there are two types of videos on this channel. One, you can say totally new content. These are the videos about the topics which are not available on internet across all platforms. Some examples are shown over here. So one advantage of making these kind of videos, which no one ever did before, is definitely someone who is looking for it, it will come to your video. But the disadvantage of this is very few people are looking for it, means there is a less demand. So although you have a unique topic, not many people will watch it. Because if there is some topic for which people are looking for, then I'm 100% sure someone has already made a video about it. So you cannot make a video which is not covered before and also for which people are looking for. And then second type of videos on this channel, you can say it's content with improved quality. These are some examples over here. So topics in these videos are already covered. There are some videos available out there, but these videos are improved in quality compared to other old videos. For these type of videos, there will be more demand. So if you can have a uniqueness of quality or the way you present, definitely this will attract a lot of audience. So this graph shows how the views increased over past 1.5 years. You can see there is some initial time where views are rarely coming, but if you keep uploading good videos, definitely you will see growth. And if we zoom in into this section, you can see almost a periodic graph going up and down. And when I did some more digging into this, I found out this dip, what you see everywhere, this is weekend. So every Saturday, Sunday, you can see a dip, and on weekdays, it will increase again. Because of educational videos, this is happening. I'm sure for entertainment channels, it must be opposite. On weekend, they will see the growth. If we see the distribution for sources of views, you can see almost 36.1% views came from people searching on YouTube. So you can see nowadays YouTube is also a very big search engine, and you will not get this advantage if you start on some other platform. Also, almost 20% of views are coming from Google searches. And then this next category is very interesting. Almost 13% of views are coming from this category, which is suggested videos. This is due to YouTube recommending your video to a potential viewer. YouTube algorithms are very strong these days. So even before you, YouTube will know what video you are looking for, and YouTube will suggest those videos. Then you can get a ton of data about your audience, such as where are they from. So India and US is a huge market for these educational videos, getting up to 30% of total views. And definitely China is even bigger market, but YouTube is banned in China. So that's why you don't get much views from China. You can also see the gender of your audience. Around 90% of audience is male, which shows the dominance of men in mechanical engineering field. You can also see the age of your audience. You can see almost 90% of views are coming from the people who are age 34 or younger. And that is the age of most of the students, undergrad or even PhD. And you can see the time as well when your audience is active. So if you want to have a live session with them, you can decide the time based on this data. Finally, this is just a world map showing from which countries the views are coming from. The countries in red represents the audience location. I find it very fascinating that how much wider global reach is now possible because of technology. In conclusion, the demand for online educational videos is increasing drastically and will continue to increase in future. Advantages of audiovisual content are tremendous with very few disadvantages. Right now, multiple platforms are available to start creating and uploading educational videos. Videos with unique topics and or improved quality can help you to reach the wider audience across the globe. And in my opinion, more people should start creating these online educational videos to help the students across the world. Finally, I would like to mention special thanks to channel Not Real Engineering for providing all the YouTube analytics data, and thank you all for your attention. If you find this video helpful, please don't forget to show your support by subscribing to this channel. Also check out channel's homepage where you can find many videos on similar topics. And if you go to playlist tab, here you can see many different playlists where I combine together videos from different topics. So for example, if you are trying to learn Python scripting in Abacus, you can watch all the videos in this particular playlist. Also, you can visit channel's GitHub profile, and from here you can download all the codes which I used in different videos on my YouTube channel. You can find link of this GitHub profile in description box of this video. That's it for this video. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for watching.